Alright, so I bought the bicycle with the motor on it. It's a two-stroke. I don't know what size it is. I'll have to look further into it. Right now the chain seems to be hitting the back fender. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull that off and work on getting the clutch cable fixed. See that right there? It needs a spring, a return spring, and new cable. I have that. The guy gave it to me to remount this and tighten the kickstand down, and then we'll try and get it running. It's a Huffy bicycle with a two-stroke kit. Actually, he bolted the motor down, and the tank looks like it'll hold about maybe a gallon or a half gallon at the least. Tank looks really clean. It's brand new actually. Yep. Old Huffy brand bicycle. So I'm gonna figure out how to start this thing. Okay, so there's no oil in this thing whatsoever. I mean, I'm sure just because it's a two-stroke doesn't mean the crankcase doesn't need any oil, right? So the little lever that holds the clutch cable, that pulls the clutch in and out, is the oil plug. And I just had this bike completely upside down and not a drop come out. So, I mean, I don't know how much it holds, but I'm sure some would be better than none. So I'm gonna put some 10W30 down in the crankcase and see if that helps. I still hadn't run it yet. We're gonna figure all that stuff out in a minute. Right now I need to put some oil in there and fix this clutch cable that they got rigged up. It's a pretty interesting bike. The tensioner is metal. It's adjustable up and down and left to right. The sprocket, they just centered up best they could, drilled a bunch of holes in it, bolted it onto the rim with rubber. I'm not sure if you can see that. And back to the shifter, or the clutch mechanism, they took a nut. You see them grooves? They're not all the way through. They took a nut, smoothed it out, and I hope they didn't beat it down on there to gouge them grooves in there. Maybe I hope they took a chisel or something and notched it. But anyway, they welded it to I guess the original rod, and then had everything held together with this right here. The end of a broke clutch cable went through there, and then they just tightened it down to get by. I'm gonna do the same thing for now just to get it running and see how it does. But I'm gonna go ahead and put some oil in this thing. Again, I don't know how much. I'm sure you don't fill it to the top. I'll probably put a few ounces in it, you know, just to keep from, you know, scorching the main bearings. And you know, if I get one good ride out of it, I mean, it'll be worth it. Alright, I got the clutch cable rigged back up. I can actually get it to turn over now. So I'll let y'all see that. So this is pull the clutch in. pull the clutch in. Go, let out of the clutch. Hear the motor roll over a little bit. I'll do it again real quick. Well, stop. First thing I'm gonna do is pull this rear fender off. It's hitting the chain, and the rear tire is loose. Tighten that axle up. So far I have tightened both chains, put oil in the motor, cut the rear fender down so it don't rub the chain. Chain actually is rubbing the tire, so we'll have to get that sorted out. The whole back tire itself was a little loose. Tightened it, tightened the kickstand, and changed out the clutch cable. I'm going now to get some gas, and then I'll do a test run. Let y'all see a test ride. Alright, it's running. Moving pretty good. I don't know how fast we're going. I'll have to pull my GPS up and we'll do a top speed run, but I think it could go better than this. But yeah, that's what we got. Keep running. No good old no hands on the handlebar. Got some rubbing going on, but we'll figure that out when I get back home.